Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your life, your business, all of it. Time to crush those goals. Time to get after it. Let's go. You are listening to the Elevate Springfield podcast. Robert Ferriell here, certified 10X coach, speaker, and mentor, here to bring you actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we're going to elevate Springfield. We're coming to you again from beautiful downtown Springfield in the Big Dog Construction Studio. Hey, we've got so much going on in Springfield right now. Make sure you are participating. Get out there, network with folks, be a part of the community, support local businesses, support local nonprofits, and let's go. We can all grow together. So, hey, another great episode for you today. We're going to get right to our guest after the break. Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing experts serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing. And we are back. Hey, combo episode today. No guest in the studio. What I wanted to do for you today is first half of the episode. I mentioned yesterday on your weekly battle plan, if you check that one out, that over the past few months, since we got to our 1-year mark with Elevate Springfield, I've really been diving into some of the old episodes, diving into some of the strategies, some of the quotes, some of the action items that folks brought up on the show. And what I wanted to do is distill that all into a book from the first year of Elevate Springfield. There has just been so many great people that have been on the show, so much valuable advice, so many actionable strategies that you guys could take and use in your personal and professional lives. I thought it would be great to put it into book form and really distill all that down into about 75 pages or so. And I'm almost done with that. We're going to be doing a pre-sale on that book here real soon. It's another way for you to learn more about the guests, learn more about the show, and support the work of Elevate Springfield. So for that portion of it, I'm going to give you just a little taste of what the book's all about. I'm going to read you the foreword and the introduction and give you some of the parts of the book. And then the second half of the show, on Thursday, I was over at Masco. They had their Masco University. You heard that from Jeff Dillman over the past couple of weeks that they had that event coming up. That's where they bring in their suppliers and they invite their customers and community folks to their building to learn about new things in their industry. So I went over there and we spoke with many of the suppliers that were there and also a couple of their customers. And what we did was Jeff asked these folks questions. So that's going to be Jeff leading the interviews with these folks, not me, but I thought it'd be a great opportunity for you guys to hear a little bit more about what Masco University is, and why it's important for folks to do business with local distributors, because we talk a lot about being local here on this show, and this is just another way where we can support local and grow together here utilizing the Elevate Springfield platform. So we'll get to that in just a minute. So first off, with the book, we're calling it Elevate Springfield Year 1, Strategies, Stories, and the 10X Mindset That Built a Movement. It's going to be compiled from the first year of episodes from Elevate Springfield, and we're going to bring in all the different strategies, like I mentioned, that we talked about throughout the year. So the dedication for this is for Springfield, for the small business owners who get up before sunrise, the nonprofit leaders who serve without a spotlight, the volunteers, the founders, the dreamers, and the community members who keep choosing local. And of course, for my family, for supporting me in chasing this vision. So a little bit about the contents of the book. We're going to start, of course, with a foreword and an introduction. I'm going to read that to you here in just a moment. But then we're going to go into part 1 of the book, talks about the foundation. That's the 10X mindset that myself and my business partner, Chris Hartsook, have, and the mindset that we wanted to bring to Springfield. And part of that is through the Elevate Springfield podcast. So the foundation, we'll talk about how this came to be and that mindset shift that everybody needs to make in order to 10X their personal and professional lives. And in essence, elevate our community along the way. Part 2, we're going to get into our Communities Grow Together segment. A lot of the book is separated out by segment to what we talked about in each one. And part 2 is Communities Grow Together. We talk about the power of associations, why local matters, all these different networking groups that we're a part of, and then serving people who need us most. We have so many great nonprofits in the area, and I want to use the Elevate Springfield platform in order to support them. So that's part 2, Communities Grow Together. Part 3, Stories from the Studio. This is really where we get into some of these common threads, these common themes that tended to come back up time and time again throughout the year because successful people have similar things that they do. And then part 4, we're going to get into the wellness upgrade. You know how passionate I am about health and wellness. We're going to talk a little bit about how that segment started and some of the top tips and strategies from that segment. Then we're going to get into part 5, which is next gen. That's when we brought Ellie in. And that was toward the end of the first year, but we've had a phenomenal time with that. And then part 6 is going to focus on separation Saturdays. This is how that top 5% pull away. That's how you continue to separate yourself from the competition. So let's get into it. So the forward, a year of elevating. A year ago, it was just an idea. Build something that does for Springfield what a great mentor does for a person. Show up consistently, ask better questions, and make sure people leave each conversation with at least one thing they can actually do. That idea turned into the Elevate Springfield podcast from the Big Dog Construction Studio in beautiful downtown Springfield. The show has grown from a weekly drop into a daily presence. There's a Sunday battle plan to set the week, a Monday and Thursday interview with a business owner, founder, community leader, a Tuesday Next Gen episode with a teenager who is willing to push back on her dad on the air, a Wednesday Communities Grow Together segment featuring the nonprofits and associations that make this town hum, a Friday wellness segment upgrade with the people teaching us how to take care of the only body we get, and a Saturday Separation Saturdays to remind anybody still listening on the weekend why they were going to be doing this anyway. This book is not a transcript. It is what happens when you sit with a year of conversations and ask, what did we actually learn? What kept coming up? What were the strategies guests came back to over and over? What were the stories that landed hardest, that changed how we thought, that made the rest of the week different? The answers are in the pages that follow. They're organized by segment, but the through lines connect everything. You'll see the same ideas show up in a builder's interview, and an herbalist interview, and a state representative's interview. That's not a coincidence. That's how truth works. The people who are actually winning in any field, in any season of life, are doing roughly the same handful of things. Elevate Springfield exists to make those things louder. If you are a business owner who needs a kick, this book is for you. If you're a nonprofit leader who is tired and needs a reminder of why you started, this book is for you. If you are a parent of a teenager who feels like the world is moving a little too fast, there's a chapter in here for you too, written with my own teenager. If you are someone who has driven past a local shop and thought, hey, maybe next time, There's a whole part of this book that will change your mind. The motto of the show has stayed the same since episode 1. We'll bring the actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we'll elevate Springfield. That covenant is the backbone of this book, too. Thank you for being here. Let's go. The introduction. All right, let's go. Time to 10x your day, y'all. Time to level up. Time to crush it. Every episode of Elevate Springfield begins the same way. You hear the welcome. Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. You've heard me say that a number of times, right? And then my voice cuts in. All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your day. You see, that repetition is on purpose. A great morning routine isn't great because it changes. It's great because it doesn't. The opening of every episode is its own small ritual, a way to remind anyone who hits play that they are about to spend the next 20, 30, 60 minutes with people who are already doing the work. This book opens up the same way. The chapters that follow walk through the structure of year 1, a foundation built on the 10X mindset, segments built on the people and places that make Springfield specifically Springfield, and stories told by guests whose lives and businesses look sometimes nothing alike, but whose habits, in the end, look very similar. A brief tour of the show. Year 1 produced over 100 episodes across 6 recurring segments. If you have never listened, hey, here's the rundown. On Sunday, we start with our Your Weekly Battle Plan, a short solo episode that lays out a way to plan, control, and create time for the coming week. Monday and Thursday, these are the main interviews, long-form conversations with founders, owners, leaders, and operators in and around Springfield. Tuesday is our Next Gen father-daughter conversation where, hey, I bring in my daughter Ellie and we focus on what teenagers are actually navigating today. Wednesday, Communities Grow Together, a spotlight on nonprofits, associations, and the connectors who hold the city's middle layer together. Friday, the Wellness Upgrade, health, fitness, and human performance conversations with practitioners and coaches. Saturday, Separation Saturdays, sales, mindset, marketing, and weekend grit for the people who are not taking the weekend off. Each segment has its own rhythm and its own audience, but the segments speak to each other constantly. A nonprofit leader on Wednesday will quote a sales principle that showed up in a Saturday's monologue. A wellness practitioner on Friday will sound very much like a builder from Monday. Why Springfield? Springfield is a town big enough to support real businesses and small enough that the people running those businesses know each other by name. It's the state capital. It's Lincoln's home. It is Route 66. It's a Friday night football game and a Saturday farmer's market and a Sunday morning church service. The premise of the podcast is that this kind of town deserves its own platform. Not a top-down outlet that covers the biggest names or the same old negative news. We're talking a daily show, recorded locally, that puts the microphone in front of the people doing the actual work. That's what year 1 was, and that is what this book is. Let's get into it. Hey, we're going to be doing a pre-sale on this book. As part of the pre-sale, you're going to get the physical copy of the book, a digital copy, as well as an audio book copy. That's going to be opening up here real soon, and the books are going to go out July 1. So, hey, hope you enjoy it. Check it out. You'll see the link on my social to pick it up. We'll be right back with Jeff from Masco University.
Hey, Jeff with Masco Packaging. We're bringing back, we did bring back today, May 14th today, we have Masco University. This is like part 102. So we wanted to be different in our competition. So Masco University was designed to bring in our manufacturing reps, give them 10 to 15 minute segment times, and talk to our customers, potential customers. We invite numerous amount of people to come, and they have a chance to be one-on-one with the manufacturing representative. The nice thing about the added value with Masco, I think the nice thing with Masco is, the fact is that training is very important. We just don't sell it. So everybody at Masco is trained on what we sell, and we're very engaged in our customer base to make sure they understand. So this training is very valuable. So today we kicked it off at 8 o'clock with several different companies, manufacturing companies, and we'll end the session about 11:30. So this is our 4th year of doing this. We're going to continue to do this. We've had a good turnout today. Manufacturer reps fly in from all over the U.S., so that just shows you the value they have working with us and our team. And as most people know, we're a lot different than our competition. We're out there, social media-wise, engaged in the community. We believe in buying local, shopping local, banking local. So from all the networking groups, from Land and Lincoln Professional Networking Group, Local for Springfield, the Chamber of Commerce's, it's very important for us to be involved in the community so we have a face, and we are female family-owned. We'll be right back with our first guest. Hey, I'm here with Brian with Buckeye International, and Brian's our rep from the Indy area, and we're a solid partnership with Buckeye. And Brian, thanks for taking the time to be at our show today.
Absolutely.
Brian, what is Buckeye International in 16 seconds?
Yeah, in 16 seconds. Yeah, I'll do my quick spiel. Buckeye International, we're based in St. Louis, Missouri. We're a family-owned company as well, but we're a chemical manufacturer. So we manufacture a full line of cleaning and maintenance products for facilities across the United States, whether that be hand hygiene, dilutables, floor care, gym floor coatings. We have the whole gamut.
So a couple questions I want to ask is, how is it that you partner with distribution and like us, female, small family business?
Yeah, especially in the JNCN industry, what we're seeing in today's day and age where mom and pop shops are getting bought up left and right, I think it's more valuable now than ever to shop local and to have distribution go to the family-owned businesses, because you have many companies out there that are getting bought up and now they're going more the Amazon route, where people aren't having that customer service that you get out of a family-owned business like Masco. And I think that a lot of people value that. And as the years go along, people are getting away from it. But I still think that's what people truly like, is that they have the customer service and the people here at Masco and at other family-owned companies to help them out when they truly need it. So,
well, I appreciate that. And we appreciate your partnership too. I guess one final question is, what value do you see is working with us, and how do you like working with us?
Yeah, I definitely, like you said, I've loved working with you guys, love working with the team. The value with working with Masco is just the relationships. It's ultimately what it comes down to. People buy from who they like. And if you have a really strong relationship with those people, they're going to not only continue to go to you, but that's where you can also get a lot of referrals and connections from other companies and other places around the Springfield area. And I truly think that that's a big value for us and for Masco.
Okay, I agree. Well, hey, thanks for taking the time today.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, we're back. We have Brendan with Chemical Universe. Chemical Universe, and Brendan's a real good partner with Masco, and we appreciate you coming to the show today. Brendan, tell us a little bit about Chemical Universe.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Jeff, for having me. It was a great day. Chemical Universe, family-owned company, been in business since 2001, and we are a manufacturer of cleaning chemicals. We do both liquids and powders, do all the blending and packaging in our facility, and really focus on doing private brand for customers like Masco.
Okay, great. With everything going on in the world today, as we know, with distribution, how important is it to work with a small family-owned female business?
Yeah, it's so important to us. It's really who we rely on to get our products out into the market. As the industry continues to consolidate, the big guys aren't focused on going out and servicing and doing training with their customers, all the things that you guys do here at Masco. And that's who we look to partner with and gets our product out in the marketplace, whether it's our brand or your great Masco brand. You guys are the bread and butter for us. So we appreciate all you do. And I know the customers do too, because they're not getting the training, the service, and all the other products talked about from the big guys that have been consolidated.
I agree. One last question. I want you to say one thing about Masco. I hope it's good. And what value is it to work with Masco?
Yeah, I love when I go out and ride with your guys, because I see it firsthand, is Masco truly cares about the customer. They're in there asking, what are your problems? What are your issues? And what can I solve? It's face to face, and they follow up with it because I know, because they're coming back to me with questions to get back to their customers with. You guys truly care.
All right, great. Brendan, thank you for coming today.
All right, thank you guys.
We have Bill from Flex Wipes, National Towelettes, all the way from Pennsylvania. And this is a true friendship here. Bill, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thanks. Well, I'm happy to say I'm celebrating my 18th anniversary with National Towelette Company. So I've been peddling wipes for quite some time now, and it's been a great journey. We're a small family-owned manufacturer just outside the city of Philadelphia. Boss started the company in 1991, and I really love working there. Primarily because I get to work with guys like you, frankly.
Yeah.
Our appetite for customers, if you will, is that small independent distributor that is willing to roll up their sleeves, get out every day, and solve problems for their customers. So our products are top quality. We make excellent wiping products, but the other part of our story is our go-to-market, and we partner with distributors like yourself who see value in what we're bringing to the table, and you see value in what it can deliver for your customer.
So how important is it to work with, work with small distribution today with everything going on in our industry?
Well, I think by and large, the independent distributor is a problem solver. And my tenure with the company as we were trying to establish our business and our customer base, what I found quickly is the larger entities didn't really get what our product delivers, as example, as our disinfecting wipes, what they deliver to the customer. Essentially, their mentality is put a product in a catalog, drop the catalog on the customer's desk, and hope that they might like the product.
Yeah,
and hope they open it. Yeah. So the larger the entity, the larger the company, the more I find they move away from the customer, and they, in a sense, start dictating to a customer how to buy from them. They become inflexible. And that's where this independent distributor comes in. They go to their customer and don't present products. They ask the customer, what problems do you have and what can I do to solve them? And that, by and large, has been the key to our success because we've embraced that independence. We've developed that friendship we're into our 5th year together, if I'm not mistaken, since we first met. And that's the way you guys approach what it is that you do. You roll up your sleeves every day, you get out in the trenches, so to speak, and you ask the customer, what problem can I solve for you today?
I agree. And I often say this, outside of business, there is a friendship. A true friendship is, when a guy like you is coming from Pennsylvania and you have a busy schedule. I see you on social media too, and you make time for Masco. So I can't tell you how much that means to me and how much that means to Masco. But the final question is, what do you like working with Masco? What's maybe give me one big thing that you just like?
You know what? You are the prototypical customer that I want to work with. You guys sat down with me and you just had this mentality as we were talking and I was presenting my products to you. I could see the wheels turning almost like you were taking off what customer would fit or which of one of my products would fit for which customer, going back to what problem can I solve for these guys? And you guys are the varsity team. I've said it before.
I know. I love that.
You're varsity players because every day you get up, you take yourself seriously, and you go get it done. I see the way you approach the market, the way you're out in the community, beyond just selling things to your community. You're an actual member of that community, and they matter to you. And that's something you can't fake.
Right. Well, Bill, once again, thanks for taking the time, and I'll see you in Orlando next week.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Right, thanks,
really
Bill.
appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, I'm here at Masco University with a very good customer and a good friend, Karen Cox. Karen, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Hi, I'm Karen Cox, Executive Director at Family Service Center. We're a nonprofit agency here in Springfield, and we serve our Sangamon County and the surrounding counties doing foster care and adoption services.
Why, first of all, we want to thank you for being a customer with us and, with Masco, but why is that important to shop local, buy local with a local distribution that's female family owned?
It's very important, I think, to our agency in particular, because we are a small agency, also a small business. We started in Springfield. We're local. We don't have any other offices around the state. And I think it's important to support your community, the businesses in your community that support you.
Yeah,
and Masco supports us.
I appreciate that. Why do you like working with Masco?
Well, Jeff, you're a great salesperson for sure, but it's very convenient, very good response time. All the employees that I have met are very genuine. They want to help. They want you to get the best product that you can for your business in particular. And I think Masco just does a really good job with that.
Well, Karen, I appreciate you taking the time today, and I appreciate our friendship.
I appreciate it too. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you. Hey, we have Doug sitting here with TPT Group. I have to get that name down. It's fairly new, but even though he's not new, but Doug, thanks for coming, and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a manufacturer's rep for TPT, and prior to that, we were called TNT for 5 years. Prior to that, I spent 25 years selling equipment for Nilfisk Advance and Tennant, and I spent a short period of time, 10 years, in a family business that was a distributor.
Okay, great. Doug, why is it important for, let's say, TPT, just in general, or anyone in general, to utilize small family-owned distribution today?
That's interesting. More and more as our industry changes and the large people keep buying everybody up, it becomes more and more like a large box retailer. And the sales reps go out there and they're order takers. Whereas the small family distributor is still out there every day working relationships, working products, and we find them way more valuable in many cases in moving our product than the large guys. Sure, the large guys can move a few more boxes now and again, but unless the customer asks for it, 90% of the time the rep doesn't talk about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is different from you guys.
I agree. And I don't think you see a lot of things like what we're doing today anymore with the larger ones. So that's one thing with our competition. We always want to be different.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. On a final note, Doug, why do you like working with Masco?
I don't. No, just kidding.
Well,
no,
I figured that. We were
actually-
talking about sarcasm earlier, but yeah.
No, in all honesty, Masco is in a unique position. Yes, you're a small family-owned distributor, but you cover a pretty good size footprint and you're innovative. You're not stuck in we've always done it this way, so that's how we're going to do it mentality. You're doing things like we're doing right here, a little podcast, or you're having warehouse shows to bring your customers in and learn about new procedures, products. And that's really valuable to building our footprint and getting more mind share with the customers. So
I appreciate that. And, I appreciate our relationship and friendship. And thanks for being part of this today.
my pleasure.
I have Andrew with Gateway Liners, which is a division of Buckeye International. So, Andrew, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Absolutely. My name is Andrew. I work with Buckeye International, specifically in the Gateway Liner division. So I'm the regional sales manager for Gateway Liners, and I've been with Buckeye for just about 6 years now.
How much ground do you cover when you say regional?
So I have a pretty big territory. There's myself and one other Gateway regional sales manager. So between the two of us, we cover all 48 continental states. So
A lot of traveling. Well,
a lot of traveling, yes, sir.
We're glad you're here today because we know I'm away from family and business. And it means a lot. Why is it important today to work with small distribution like us?
Well, in these growing markets where we're seeing a lot more conglomerates and a lot more, purchasing shift to online ordering, the local distribution, local sales is so important because you get that firsthand touch. You're talking to someone who knows your first name. They're looking out for your best interest, and they're not just here to sell you something, make a buck, and move on. They're actually invested in growing the relationship and making sure that the products that they're offering are the best for you and your facility.
Yeah, and I think one thing to add to that, too, it's relationships and friendships.
Absolutely.
We've made some really good friends in our industry, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Why do you like working with Masco? Why does Gateway like working with Masco?
Masco's great. Short answer,
Love
right?
that. I love that.
Masco is awesome because they're always willing to hear from us. They're constantly trying to improve themselves, figure out what can they take to better the product offering and really help their customers even more. They don't want just top of the surface. They want to do deep dives into the products. What's the greatest capability of these products? How are we taking the most advantage of them so that our customers can take the most advantage of these products?
Well,
and
Andrew, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So thanks for taking the time coming in today.
Absolutely.
Hey, we're back, and I've got a dear friend, 30 years friendship, a heck of a relationship, and a good business partner here with Masco. Roy, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are.
My name is Roy Throop. I work for Business Cleaning Corporation. Been the manager there for 27 years.
Well, it's been a long time, Roy.
Yeah.
It's 30 years. I think we've known each other longer than 30 years, quite frankly.
30 plus.
30 plus, okay. Why is it important to buy local from a small distribution like us?
Well, other than the obvious point of supporting your local community, and I feel you get a more personal approach, just a more personal edge to it. They seem to care more, I guess. Is
And then
where I'm
buying
going
from
with
the
that.
big box store, I agree.
Box.
And why do you work with Masco?
Well, obvious our relationship helps a lot.
Yeah. Amen to that.
And Masco's very responsive. Like I say, you don't have to wait for the big box store or whomever else you may be dealing with that's not local. So I would say that's a big plus for any business.
I think one thing we strive in is, especially with you at Business Cleaning Corporation, is you order today, you're probably going to get it tomorrow.
Exactly.
So, and very seldom are we out. So I think that's another little added thing that we really take pride in. But Roy, appreciate our friendship. Appreciate the time today.
Thank you, Jeff.
Hey, we're back at one of our very important customers. Dustin, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
My name is Dustin Bringle. I work at UIS. I've been there for 3 years. I am the superintendent of buildings over there and the transportation manager. I manage about 30 BSWs, which are our janitorial side, and about 78 cars, which is our motor pool side, which allows individuals at the university to rent for business needs and stuff like that.
Fleet.
Yep.
So, Dustin, why is it important to basically shop local with small distribution like Masco?
Well, one of the more important things, in my opinion, is just the relationship you can build with those individuals. You always want to support within your community. We are a community, obviously, with the university and stuff like that. So that's very important for us to not only support local, to keep the business and local community thriving, but like I said, it's just also to build that relationship, and it's very more of a personal basis than you would get, in my opinion, if you were to go to a big box store.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, so give me one thing that you like about Masco.
Masco, one of my favorite things, and we deal with multiple vendors, Masco being one of my favorite ones. And it is because, like what we just talked about, it's local. There are times where I can go over to our supply room like, oh man, we are out of something. And then I can make one phone call and either have a delivery that day or the next day. That's very helpful. I mean, let's not even take away from the products that you guys provide as well. Some of the more high quality products, some of the stuff that our janitorial staff love to use comes from your guys' business. So again, you guys have been very helpful when it comes to just being able to supply us when we need it on the last minute scenarios and supplying some of the best products that we love to use. So,
well, Dustin, we appreciate you taking the time, bringing staff here today, and we appreciate our friendship and relationship.
I appreciate it too. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, it's a wrap at Masco University. Thank you for everyone that supported us in the community today, that showed up. And I hope it was a really good takeaway. We love doing this in our community. We love supporting the community. We love the fact that our community supports us. So another wrap. This is our 4th year of doing this. We're looking forward to building on the success of this Masco University Part 102 and looking forward to Part 103 next year.
Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at sangamontreeservice.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust. Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst American Family Insurance Agents here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343.
Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget, while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Ferriell at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
When I first walked into Shudokan Karate Club, I was just looking for a way to get stronger, but what I found was so much more. Here we train in traditional karate, the real stuff, passed down through generations. Every punch, every kata has purpose. I've learned self-discipline, confidence, and how to protect myself. Not just in class, but in real life. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. This is more than a club, it's a way of life. Join us at Shudo-Kon, traditional, powerful, real. Ki-ai!